Welcome back to Human Services Stories, Management, Customer, and Staff Voices. I'm Clinton Lewis, and this episode is called Finding Time for Yourself. If you work in human services, child protective services, foster care, or family services, you already know one thing very clearly. This work is demanding. It can feel like there are never enough hours in a day, and it's easy to let personal time slip away completely. In this episode, we're going to talk to you about why it matters to find time for yourself, how to build it into your routine, and how doing it actually helps you serve children and families even better. Why you need time for yourself. You might be thinking, I don't have time for self-care. I'm too busy. But here's the truth. You cannot serve others well if you're running on empty. When you ignore your own needs, you're only more likely to feel tired, irritable, and overwhelmed. When you take even small steps to care for yourself, you're more likely to feel clear-headed, patient, and emotionally steady. This benefits not only you, it benefits every child, every family, and every colleague you work with. Time is not the enemy. Many people say that they have no time, but in most cases, it's not that there's no time, it's that the time is filled with other priorities. Human services work is full of urgent needs and naturally crowd out the rest of personal time. The key is to treat your own time as non-negotiable part of your schedule, not just something that happens when everything else is done. Even small blocks of time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, can make a real difference when you use it with purpose. For example, if you have a scheduled lunch break from 12 to 1 or 12 to 12:30, take your lunch break, leave the office, and if you don't go to lunch, just take a break, sit in your car, eat your lunch, or just reflect. Make sure you take scheduled time for yourself. Along with that, these are some practical ways to find time. Here are a few practical ways that you can start by finding time for yourself. Block your calendar. Put a recurring appointment in your schedule. Me time. Yeah, that's the title. Me time. And treat it like any other important meeting. Choose small, manageable activities. It doesn't have to be a big event, a walk, some quiet reading, stretching, or sitting with a cup of coffee or tea. Remember to set boundaries with work. Close your email after a certain hour. Turn off your notifications and relax. Protect your off time like you would protect a client meeting. Next, involve your family and support people. If you live with others, tell them what you're trying to do and ask them to help you protect that time. Rethinking self-care. Self-care is not selfish. It is a form of responsibility to your clients, to your colleagues, and to yourself. When you're rested and grounded, you can think more clearly, manage stress better, and show up more compassionately. Self-care is not a luxury. It is a professional practice. It helps you stay in the field longer and feel more satisfied and do better work. And here's a simple coaching moment for this episode. Your me time plan. Take a few minutes to answer these questions. When can I realistically make time for myself this week? Number 2, what is one small activity that truly helps me feel recharged? And number 3, what is one boundary I can set so that my time is actually protected? Now schedule it. Write it down on your calendar and enter it into your phone. Think of it as part of a professional toolkit. Then say to yourself, taking time for myself is not a distraction from my work. It helps me serve others better. Repeat that as needed. Let it guide you toward a healthier balance between your responsibility to others and your responsibility to yourself. In closing, that is all for this episode of Human Services Stories, Management, Customer, and Staff Voices. I'm your host, Clinton Lewis. Remember this, you are allowed to take time for yourself. If you are not weak or unprofessional, if you need rest, reflection, or just simple pleasure, you're a human being. And the work needs you to be human, not a machine. If you're running on empty, start small. Find one small way to protect your time and your well-being this week. You'll likely find that it helps to show up with more energy and compassion for the people you serve. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.